We're going to learn the halacha of if you're allowed to do malacha in Purim. So originally, the Gemara says in Megillah, originally with the way it's written in Megillah Esther, Chachamim wanted to institute on Purim, it should be Yemei Mishta v'Simcha v'Yom Tov. Should be like Osur Basiyas Malacha like Yom Tov. However, it looks like the Rabbi said in the Gemara, Rabbi Ravuna, I think it was, that we were not mekabel upon ourselves the Asiyas Malacha to do it like Yom Tov. So Lemaisa, yeah. No, I'm sorry. Rabbi read the Rav Omar. It says, "Yemei hesped v'tanis kabilu alayu malacha la kabilu alayu." So there's no isur malacha really on Purim. So it says that the Shulchan Aruch says like this: Purim mutar basiyas malacha, meaning mitzad ikar adin Purim mutar basiyas malacha, because they never accepted upon themselves this it should become Yom Tov. B'mokem shenagu shelo la'asos. But if in the places that there was a minhag not to do malacha and oisim, so if there is a minhag not to do, don't. But comes the Ramah, he says, "Va'idna na'agu b'chol mokem shelo la'asos." It looks like in most places, talking about places people in the community of Shemra Torah mitzvahs, they don't do malacha on Purim. Now it's also mitzad minhag. It's not mitzad ikar adin, it's mitzad minhag.
Would that be true nowadays?
Oh, sorry.
Would that be true nowadays? A lot of professionals go to work.
I think Lemais is the minhag is not to do malacha. We're going to talk now about where the exceptions are, and when now we're going to talk about this where you could have the exceptions to it. Then it says like this: if somebody does malacha, since already the were accepted mitzad the minhag not to do malacha, so anybody does malacha on Purim, not roy siman bracha la'olam. There's different Rishonim understood different pshat of it. Some saying even there's a minhag. If there's no minhag, meaning there's the people going to work. Let's say there's a community that didn't take upon themselves this minhag, still the bracha over there, and that's work on Purim with no bracha. Some say no, only if you break the minhag there's no bracha. But if there's no minhag, if you go to work, there's no problem. Again, Lamaisa from the Shulchan Aruch mashma over here. Va'oisa en reisman bracha va'oisa malacha la'olam elam imu kabinyan shel simcha ken beschasna zavna burniki shel malachim the shored. Again, today we don't have that either. The olden days they used to make before the chasna for the children. They used to build a special place for the room or the chuppah or plant something. Today we don't have that. So Lamaisa looks like so far we don't have any exception of which malachas you're allowed to do. Then comes the Ramah, he says, Mutar lasos kol meleches mitzvah. Kagoin, licht of piske halachas, mutar lasos afilu meleches gemuras letzorich Purim. So far the Ramah gives us the exception of which malacha you're allowed to do. Either it's meleches mitzvah, let's say you're riding chidush Torah, some ed igeres shloimim, or meleches gemuras letzorich Purim, cooking. Things that L'tzarech Purim that you're allowed to do. Also comes the Taz brings another exception. The Taz says Nira, he says the prakmatia mutar. So to do business, buying and selling, not the real malacha, not construction, not building, just buying and selling. Somebody buying and selling, that's online, is buying stocks or buying jewelry or whatever, buying and selling, mashma prakmatia, it's not malacha. That the Taz says it's mutar. One at a time. Sorry?
A retail business is included in that?
L'choira, yeah. L'choira, retail business would be according to this. We're going to see more details about this. From the Taz Mashma, a retail business, they don't do malacha, they just sell, prakmatia. They sell, l'choira, it's mutar, yeah? So again, so once I said, driving a car is like this. If you're driving for Uber, that will be like a malacha. It's not prakmatia, it's not buying and selling. If you're driving to go to shul or to Sudas Purim, that's not a problem. It's anything Tzorech Purim.
What's the problem? Making money?
No, making money also is not a problem. Working. Let's say somebody wants to go and cut the grass on his property now. Or somebody wants to paint his room. Such a malach, it's not allowed to. The minhag is not to do that. The whole idea, we're saying the same thing by Chol HaMoed or the Yemei Avelus Lo Aleinu, that's not to distract from whether it's Yemei over here, some Simchas Purim, not to be distracted. So over here he says the reason is matir pragmatia, that he brings a svara. He says kevan shesimcha hiloi. Since he's happy with it, he happy to make money. Now, even a worker, or not a painter, he's not happy to go paint. He wants to make the money, but he doesn't want to do the work. He have to do the work. By pragmatia, he feels like I'm selling our jewelry. I make a profit on it. The simcha eloi. Yeah.
That something broke in your house.
Okay, we're going to talk about it too. ואגב דלעניין תשעה באב הווה פרקמטיה אסורו, בגלל שזה פרקמטיה it's also אסור, הוכה שנה יש לעשות כל מה שהוא שמחה לו. So the Taz Svara, over here, it's not good, you're going to distract from the Avelus. Over here, Adrabah, if the whole idea is Yom Simcha, it's going to make you happy. Now, this inyan, what it says, mitzad she Simcha Loi, and you could do pragmatia, it's not so poshut now. Lagabe, what Mordechai asked, also opening a retail store. The Kaf HaChaim bring the same heter. It's brought also to such a heter in El Yerabah, and Kaf HaChaim also bring from the name of Shayur Knes Agdoila, and the way he writes over there, Ela Shekosav, that Shayur Knes Agdoila, Av al pi she'eno numudamim. Lo nasa masa lahatir schoire bepurim b'mokam shenag b'shlolas malacha. Is a place, is a minhag not to do malacha. We also don't allow to do schoire pragmatia. Elo, the way he learns a pshat, again, it's not learning pshat. Tazat is vanira, it's his own svara. His svara, the svara of the Knesset Shiur Knesset Agdoila, shim also. Ovad also and didn't coincide. But the Evad, if he did already, we're not going to go penalize you for it. Oh, how come your store is open? But according to Shayur Knesset Agdoila, even that is also lechatchila. The difference between schoire and other work, if you see somebody breaking the minhag of the mokel, he does work. The basin have to penalize him if they have a koyach, if a koyach basin over there. It's not right to do this on Purim. By schoire, we don't penalize him, but lechatchila we tell him not to do it. That's according the Shayur Knesset Agdoila. However, I have also another inyan to the Taz. It's not the poshu to matiret, because the Mishnah Berurah bring from the name of the Yavitz. He says like this: because of besidur amudei shamayim, it's from the Yavitz. The mikol mokem mesh lira shelo yimshach bo. V'yivatel mesimchas Purim. He writes not the Gabe Pragmatia. He writes this Gabe with the heter to write Piskei Dinim. It's the mitzvah. You're allowed to write Piskei Dinim. But even Piskei Dinim, if somebody's going to sit the whole day and write the whole day Chidusha Torah and Purim and is distracting from Simchas Purim, it's not appropriate. You say a little bit here and there. It's inside the Malacha Shabbat you're allowed to. But according to this, anything else, all the Teirim. It's brought over there. You're allowed to write on Purim Megillas Esther, because the whole thing is about nice. But even over there, if somebody because I get distracted, you won't have time for Sudas Purim, for Mishloach Monas, Matanas Lavianim. It's going to be all Kol Kuloi. Something in Pragmatia also. That would be. People go to business today. The whole mind is on business. You worry about the work. It's about this and about that. So if you completely distracted, it also will be osur. Lo yiyeh kol kuloi. That's what he says. The Gabai even writing Piskei Halacha. It's because of Amud Shesh. The Bechol Amud Shemayim. I'm sorry. The Mikol Mogim Yesh Nira Shelo Yimshach Bo V'Yizbatel Mesimchas Purim. So according to this, maybe what the Taz meant, you're allowed to lose. Let's say you have a merchandise, somebody coming to buy. If you're not going to sell to that, you might lose. You have a good buyer for your piece of jewelry, for your car, or whatever. So it says like pragmatia, he says do it. But to go mamash be koveya atzma the whole day like a regular day, no, that's not the heter of the year. The heter is not to be koveya atzma the whole day to do this. Okay.
Are there any places in US, that they have minhag not to work?
As far as I know, again, all Frum communities, the only stores I see open over there in the Frum communities, it's grocery stores, things that the people need for Purim. All the other stores in the Frum community, as far as I know, they're not working because they're all busy with Purim. Okay, then it says like this.
You love to have goyim working.
Oh, very good point. Now you brought a good point over here. So it says over here, the Mogen Avram brings, Dalede akum mutar. He says, through a goy you're allowed to. So according to this, if you have a store, a goy working over there, the boss, let's say, is not there, you would be allowed to. Alidei akum, he says, mutar. However, it's also not so pashut, because it's nothing by the Jews is pashut. So the Shara Tshuva brings over here that even alidei akum, we don't allow work befaresia. For example, if you have you started construction in your house, doing it. They're doing a roof for you. They're doing windows for you, and they happen to be started before Purim, but they're gonna need to work on Purim. Since it's something avsha milsa, it's very public. People see it. It says you have to stop them to work on Purim. Meaning, alidei go. If something quiet, he comes to your house, they're gonna sew a garment for you. It's not avsha milsa. It's not a public. People don't see it. Okay, a goy, he could do it. But to do something public, according to this, would be again going back to opening a retail store that's not l'tzorech Purim, even through goy. But it's avsha milsa. Elamai, you're gonna say over there, it's pragmatia. It's not work. Still, it looks like. If same idea would be Shema Yehudi Olav, again, you could argue, obviously, if you want to matter it, you could find a heter for it. But the people are going to think you're not celebrating Purim, you're working over there. So
if it's pragmatia specifically the guy is doing for you, then it wouldn't even be less so.
Again, we said already, even by pragmatia, you should not be distracted. So he's saying pragmatia, but then the Shara Tshuva brings, if it's avsha mills, again, you could say he talks about construction, not pragmatia. Yeah, again, we could debate that inyan. I'm not saying it's definitely also, but all I'm saying is there is a mokim to be machmer. There is a mokim to be machmer over here. When it's avsha milsa, when it's befaresia like this, if it's known to be a Jewish store, people should not think he doesn't care for Simchas Purim. Then he says like this: v'tzorichiyun is not, again, even the construction that started before Purim, continuing on Purim befaresia. He doesn't say definitely. It's also tzorichiyun. He says again.
How that construction distracts you? If he's building for you somewhere, you're not there. What's the problem?
But we say, you're right. We're saying only when it's known to be it's yours by your house. We're not talking about you have investment property somewhere out there. We're not talking about this. We're talking about.
But I'm not in my house. I'm by my children. They're doing something.
Okay.
It's known to be your house.
Okay. Again.
Your
It's my
house.
house.
Okay.
With the
I
assumption
go
people
there.
will see the work and say, oh, Mr. Feldman's not celebrating Purim.
Okay.
Okay, they say.
Then the Shulchan Aruch has one more halacha. Then, guys, we could argue on this. That's the one more. Afilu mokem shenagel lonag wala b'yom mikra megillah. Even the minhag not to do malach, it's only b'yom mikra megillah. Meaning over here we're celebrating 14th of Adar. In Yerushalayim they're doing Shushan Purim 15th of Adar. Only the days we celebrate Purim over here. But Mashal, people from Yerushalayim don't have to stop doing work when it's by us Purim. We don't have to stop doing work when it's by them is Purim. Yeah, aval eser shel zeh bezeh eno minhag. Says that's not even minhag. But even on this, the Bayreiter brings from the Maharil, uMaharil va'avudra mashma de'eshlina ken. There is some even hold that even when by us it's not Purim and Shushan Purim over here, we don't have to work again. If you could, it's an Indian according to Maharil not to work even on Shushan Purim, which is it's not your Purim, but Purim of Yerushalayim. Also, I know some again. No matter what you do, you could find a heter, but I'm telling you more appropriate to pay attention to Simchas Purim and Purim, and even according to Maharil, even on Shushan Purim. Okay.
Oh, yeah.